Hello and welcome to another episode of Tips and Ideas with Ed Wallace on Midwest Landscaping. We are here in Seal Beach, California, and I'm going to show you a parkway and the challenges of planting landscape material in a parkway in a congested neighborhood. My name is Ed Wallace. I own and operate a design build landscape construction company in Long Beach, California. I've been doing this for 30 years now. I've done maintenance for over 12 years and had the rest of those years been designing and installing award-winning landscape projects, commercial and residential. The purpose of my channel is to share ideas with you, to show you some things that I've done over the years that have taught me some lessons in landscaping, and hopefully I can be able to carve away some challenges you may have and to give you some answers to some questions you may have concerning landscaping, and hopefully you'll be able to share with the others that view the channel your suggestions and your success stories, and make this channel a very inviting and entertaining and sharing channel for everyone to learn something when we're talking about landscape. We'll just walk down here and show you what's going on. We have a bunch of native plant material that the homeowner has decided to put out here in the parkway, which is fine and it's fantastic from the standpoint of going native and having native plant material going on. But if you notice, he has a bunch of fences or cages around the plant material, and that's because in this area here there's a lot of homes. There's a lot of homes that are pretty close together. And this parkway is, most of the parkway, this is still grass. And then at the end down there, you have a lot of stone. So at the end of the sidewalk, you have stone in the parkway. But since this is such a congested area, you're going to have a lot of people getting in and out of their cars because of parking. Parking is premium here in this small town. This is a beach town. It's called Seal Beach, California. So parking is going to be premium. If you're lucky enough to have a garage at your home, that's fantastic. But if you have extra car or whatever, it seems like everybody has to fight for parking space here. So that means it's going to be a lot of in and out of the cars. And so having a landscape like this where you want to go native and have native plant material, which is a great idea, but from the standpoint of the functionality of people getting in and out of their cars, it's going to be kind of challenging. And I think that's hence why he put the cages around the plant material to help protect it so it doesn't get destroyed. And you have a little pathway there that the person can walk down, but it's too regimental, too much of a regimen for me. If I'm going to get in and out of my car and have to walk this little pathway and stuff like that, or this little maze in order to get to the sidewalk to go to my home or to go down to do whatever, it's pretty challenging. So from the standpoint of being people friendly, and plus the standpoint, if I wanted to avoid not destroying any of the plant material, I had to really watch my step. And at nighttime, it may be a challenge in doing that because I'm getting out of my car and I'm just stepping out, and you have older people that may not be as cognizant of where they're stepping and want to be cautious, especially with these roots and stuff coming from this tree, this ficus tree. It's pretty root invasive anyway, and so just being able to avoid stumbling situations is going to be challenging. This fencing is not going to be eliminated in the evening time, so if you're not from around here and you step out, you're going to run right into those fences and probably trip and fall. So it actually creates a safety hazard too, from the standpoint of people getting in and out of their cars and just transitioning from the sidewalk to their cars or going from the car to the sidewalk. So not only is it dangerous from the standpoint of safety issues, but it's a liability factor, in my humble opinion, of having these little fences and stuff around here that people can trip and fall and maybe conk their head on the roots and stuff like that. Protecting the plants, yes, fantastic protecting the plants, but looking down the road and looking really at it from a practical standpoint, it's not that practical, and I wouldn't really recommend that we do something like this in the parkway. plant material. Once it takes off, it'll be fantastic. But a lot of this plant material, like the monkey flower and things like that, that's more conducive like on the slope, or from the standpoint of more of a free-ranging type of plant. We have some what is this? This is ceanothus. Ceanothus is great because it's a ground cover, and it'll basically cover the ground, and if you step on it, it's not going to destroy it. They're pretty durable, kind of like bulletproof in a way. They'll repair itself somewhat, and you have some, I think that's convolvulus there. That looks pretty, and then it'll kind of resolve its repair itself, or kind of take some abuse, foot abuse. You got some lavender there. It'll probably take a little bit of foot abuse, but realistically, it's not meant for this. I mean, where it's at in this pocket is great, in my opinion, because it's kind of protected. But if I was to come out, big person, a big guy, and step on that, it's going to have a big indentation in there where I stepped on it. So it's kind of like a plant that's nice, and when it gets full, people pretty much avoid it. But as it's growing, it's going to be something where it's living a risky life, in my opinion, from people stepping in and out. The watering and stuff out here is probably all done by hand, because running sprinkler system here would be ridiculous, and trying to do a drip would be even more of a hazard from the standpoint of tripping over tubing and stuff like that. So the owner is probably watering this plant material by hand. And once it's established, it's fantastic because it's drought tolerant plant material, and it doesn't really need that much water. We're here close to the beach, so you have a certain amount of moisture that's in the air. So some plant material is probably getting some moisture from the air through its stoma and through its leaves and stuff like that. But another thing about it, with this ficus tree, you have a lot of leaves, and this type of trees, they drop leaves pretty much year round. Fortunately, we have decomposed granite, so we can pretty much blow those leaves off with an electric blower, and not have to worry about the debris from the trees. It looks like you have a lot of birds that like to nest into the tree in the evening time, so you're going to have a lot of bird mess around here. But that's not a real big issue from the standpoint of this Parkway planter. We're more concerned with just how the cages are here and just the plant material selections. I probably went with more of a ground cover that's durable for foot traffic, and leaving it at that, and then planting plants in the different pockets of where the roots are, and letting it come out and decorate the parkway that way, rather than putting plants all within the parkway, because it's kind of restricted from the standpoint of getting in and out of the cars and maneuvering from the street to the sidewalk and from the sidewalk to the street. And we have people that walk their dogs and stuff like that, and so that seems like it's going to be also something that they put these screens up to help avoid the animals from going in and probably stepping on them or doing their thing on them. But you got to be people friendly when you're talking about parkways, and that's the whole issue here. It's just being people friendly and having some beauty, but being functional. But that's your tip for today, and that's kind of a overview of a parkway and the functionality of the parkway and the plant material and stuff that's going on.
Okay, no barking.
No barking.
I know you bark all the time. I'm trying to tell her.
What a rule, no barking. No barking for the dogs. Yeah, okay. Anyway, Ed Wallace, tips and ideas. Be sure to look at other videos we have that's going to be related to parkways and planting and giving ideas and tips. Give me your ideas and tips, and what would you do? What's your comment on this particular video, and what would you do in order to beautify this small area, and what practical things you would do to help make sure that you don't have any hazards from the standpoint of people tripping, and just suggestions. I like to hear your suggestions. Your comments would be much appreciated with the rest of the Yardie Nation. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the notification bell so when videos like this come out, you can be able to come in and make your opinions and give your ideas and suggestions, success stories, and everybody will benefit positively. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.